chemical weapons.
When the laws of science are broken, the last hope for humanity rests in the hands of a few. Doc Block, his prescription, pain.
We gotta lose the arm, Joe.
What do you mean lose arm? My arm?
Dakota, one hot mama who knows the score.
If anyone comes to the door, I want you to shoot them.
What if it's Dad?
Hello, baby.
Especially if it's your dad.
El Rey, cross him and it's lights out. And Jerry Darling,
I made you something.
she tastes like trouble. With an attitude to boot. In Robert Rodriguez, Planet Terror.
In the 1970s, Jiffy Corn Muffin Mix was not just a shortcut, it was a staple, a blue box of hope. Dry pinto beans by the pound were not just a food, they were a strategy. You bought them in bulk, big plastic sacks or paper bags with a twist tie at the top, marked with a handwritten price tag. You poured them into a bowl and picked through for rocks, then you soaked them for hours, sometimes overnight. And when they finally hit the pot, they simmered all day, filling the house with steam and the slow, steady smell of something hearty and real. You added salt if you had it, ham bone if you were lucky, or just onion and hope. The texture was soft, the taste was earthy, and the end result could stretch over 3 days if you portioned it right. Beans and cornbread, beans and rice, beans and nothing. You were fed. That was the point. Kids rolled their eyes but still cleaned their plates. Adults called it a humble meal, but they were proud of it because it meant no one was going to bed hungry. A pot of pintos fed the block, the church basement, and every poor family trying to stay afloat. In the 1970s, when meat was expensive and groceries were tight, dry beans were not just cheap, they were dependable. You learned how to season them, how to save them, how to live off them. And if you were smart, you made enough to freeze for next week. Because beans did not go out of style, they went back on the stove. Margarine in a tub was butter's loud, cheap cousin, and it lived in every poor family's fridge, bright yellow plastic, peel-back foil, a smell that was kind of buttery, kind of weird, and always there. You scooped it with a butter knife and spread it on toast that fell apart mid-swipe, or you plopped it into mashed potatoes, macaroni, skillet cornbread, or anything that needed flavor. Real butter was expensive. Margarine was survival. Sometimes it was flavored with butter-like oils. Sometimes it was just yellow fat. But it worked, and it lasted forever. That tub was bottomless, or at least it felt that way. You reused the empty containers for everything: leftovers, soup, Kool-Aid, lunch salad, even catching grease. Your mom had a whole drawer of old margarine tubs with mismatched lids. It was like Tupperware, only free. The brand did not matter. Imperial, Blue Bonnet. Generic store brand with spread, written in capital letters. You ate it without question, because it went with everything and cost a fraction of the real thing. Pancakes, corn on the cob, baked potatoes, all slathered in margarine like they came from a diner. And it made you feel rich for a minute, or at least full. In the 1970s, margarine was not a substitute. It was a solution. You did not argue with it. You just used it every meal, every day.